Although many people are aware that their credit score is important, 4 out of 10 Americans still do not know how it is calculated. Relying on guesswork will not help you improve your credit score. So in this video, we will be looking at 5 easy ways to increase your credit score. Let's go. Swipe. Hey, this is Carlos with Influential Finance, and on this channel, I make weekly videos to help you improve your personal finances. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Before we go into the methods of improving your credit score, let's quickly talk about what it is and how it is calculated. Lenders want to be sure that you can pay back the money that they lend you before they give you a loan. Therefore, your credit score is a number that measures your credit worthiness and your previous relationship with debt. So, how is your credit score calculated? There are 5 main factors evaluated to determine your credit score. 35% of your score is made up of your on-time payment history. 30% of your score is your credit utilization, basically how much of your total available credit you are using. If you have a $5,000 credit limit and you use $1,000, your credit utilization is 20%. 15% of your credit score is the length of your credit history. 10% of your score is your new credit applications. And lastly, the last 10% of your score is the mix of accounts that you have. Now, without further ado, let's go straight into the 5 easy ways to increase your credit score. The first way to increase your credit score fast is by paying your credit card balances before the month closes. Paying your balances before the month closes decreases your utilization percentage. For instance, if your credit card limit is $5,000 and your credit card balance is $4,000, your credit utilization is 80%, which is extremely high. Creditors believe that users with a high utilization percentage are not responsible with their credit and would likely default if given a loan. However, paying your balance before the end of the statement period will decrease your credit utilization and increase your credit score. One of the ways to achieve this is by paying your credit card balance gradually throughout the month. This will reduce the balance that your credit card issuers report to the credit reporting agencies. So, to give you an example of this, if you have a $1,000 credit card limit and you max out your card, meaning that you use your entire balance of $1,000, but you pay it off before the statement period ends, your bank will report that your credit card balance was $0. Your bank doesn't report your balance throughout the month. They only report the statement balance at the end of the statement period. Another way you can quickly increase your credit score is by requesting a credit limit increase. Remember that I already said that your credit utilization makes up 30% of your credit score. So you can improve your credit utilization not only by paying down your balances before the month closes, but also by increasing your credit limit. Typically, most banks will give you a credit limit increase every 6 months if you ask for it. For a few years, I was a little obsessed with getting a higher credit limit, so I literally requested a credit limit increase every 6 months for like 3 years. Now I have over $100,000 in available credit across 3 different credit cards. So let's consider the previous example that I gave you about spending $1,000 when your credit limit is $1,000. Let's assume that you can increase your credit limit to $5,000. Your credit utilization automatically becomes 20% as opposed to 100%, provided that you don't increase your spending. You should keep your credit utilization below 30% in order for it to not hurt your credit score. However, below 10% is best. Now that you have an idea of how increasing your credit card limit can increase your credit score, how do you go about increasing your credit limit? Many credit card companies will increase your credit limit automatically every year once you build a positive payment history and use your credit card frequently. However, if your credit card issuers do not increase your credit limit automatically, you can simply request it. Most banks have the option to request it right on their app, or just check the website. It's a simple and easy process that takes less than 5 minutes in most cases. You don't have to wait for your credit card company to automatically increase your credit limit, since most of them are willing to do it if you ask. Now, I just want to make it clear that if you have a lot of credit card debt, you have no business increasing your credit score. Don't go do something stupid like increasing your credit limit and driving up your balances even higher. Work on paying down your debt instead of finding more ways to get into debt. Another way to increase your credit score fast is by becoming an authorized user in someone else's account. This might be the fastest way to increase your credit score. To become an authorized user simply means that you have permission to make purchases on someone else's credit card. This method works because you can get someone with a long record of responsible credit and become an authorized user in one of their accounts. If you do this, their entire account history will show up on your credit report. For example, earlier I mentioned that the length of your credit history makes up about 15% of your credit score. If the average age of your credit is 5 years and your parents add you to their account and they have an average credit age of about 20 years, their credit history will also show up on your report. This means that it will bring up the average age of your credit. Obviously, you want to make sure that whoever adds you to their accounts is someone who you know and trust and has good credit. Hey, are you getting value out of this video? If you are, can you please hit the like button and subscribe for more weekly videos just like this one? Now, let's jump into the fourth way to increase your credit score. Another excellent way to increase your credit score is by getting a credit builder loan. So you may be wondering, what is a credit builder loan? A credit builder loan is a low-risk method of building your credit score. They also go by names such as fresh start loans or starting over loans. If you haven't heard about them, it's most likely because they are not advertised very widely, but you can typically find them in a smaller financial institution such as a credit union or a community bank. The way they work is basically you lend yourself money and pay yourself back. By doing this, you are logging on-time payments that will increase your on-time payment percentage if this is something that you have messed up in the past. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that your on-time payment record is the most important piece of your credit score, making up about 35% of your credit score. So if you have a poor on-time payment record, credit builder loans are a great way to improve this and build some savings in the process. Something else you can do to increase your credit score is getting a copy of your credit report and disputing any errors. So many people don't monitor what is reported on their credit report until it is time for them to apply for a loan or a mortgage. Don't wait until you need to apply for something to figure out whether there are any errors on your report. By law, you are entitled to a free copy of your credit report from the 3 major credit bureaus every single year. The official website for getting a free credit report is annualcreditreport.com. Some common mistakes that can affect your credit score that you should watch out for when reviewing your report are payments that are marked late that you paid on time, any missed payments, and any accounts that you don't recognize that are showing up on your report. Also, there might be some negative information that is too old to be listed on your report that is still affecting your credit score. Once you find out these errors, quickly dispute them so that they can be corrected and removed from your file. If you've made it to this point in the video, I can tell that you are serious about improving your personal finances. If that's the case, then you may want to check out the video that I made about 5 money mistakes that you do not want to be making with your money. If you want to check that video out, make sure you click or tap the screen right up here. If you want to watch another video on my channel, make sure you click or tap the screen right down here. Always remember that this channel is all about helping you master your money. Until next time, that's been it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Listen.